What's going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another MLB 21 The Show Diamond Dynasty video. And in today's video, I'm going to go over the best absolute #1 method to make stubs in Diamond Dynasty. And I am not reinventing the wheel here. It's not anything that you might not already know about. We're going to talk about flipping cards, but I'm going to go over my strategy and what I do, and it's something that I've used over many years of playing Diamond Dynasty. And for all of you beginners out there that are struggling to make stubs, I think this video will really help you out. If you're new here and you're looking for videos on how to make stubs, how to make your Diamond Dynasty team better, how to just overall, understand the game mode, make sure you guys go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'd appreciate it if you did so. And also, if you find this video helpful, please go ahead and click that thumbs up. And thank you for all the support, guys. So I am not a no money spent player, but I also am not a huge spender when it comes to Diamond Dynasty. I want to start the video by showing you my team. This is my squad, and I think most of you would agree, really good team. I spent $100 on packs, and I also bought the pre-order edition that was like $99. So basically, between, buying stubs that I used to open up packs and buying the game, I spent about $200. For the most part, everything else is no money spent grinding, flipping cards. We've completed the entire AL Live Series collection. I'm working on NL now. I got like 4 or 5 teams left, so we're getting there. And again, I'm not saying that you can't do this without spending the same amount of money that I have, but it's certainly doable without spending any money. There's a lot of grinding when it comes to MLB The Show. And when it comes to making stubs off of the marketplace, there's a lot of different ways you can do it. One thing that I'm just going to show you right off the bat, and I showed people in my stream this last night, and I want you to post down below in the comments section your number here. If you go to my orders in the marketplace and you go to completed orders, at the top of your screen, tell me what number of pages you have. I have 691, and I'm going to go ahead and say that compared to most of you, I'm probably blowing that number out of the water compared to yours, because I flip and sell cards at an insane rate, and it's a great way, and it's the #1 way that I make stubs. So let me show you how I do it. First, one thing is, if you are unfamiliar with how the marketplace works, if you don't know how to buy and sell cards, I highly recommend checking out my tutorial on how to do that first, just to get a basic understanding of how to put in buy and sell orders, because you're going to need to know how to do that to flip cards. So down below in the comment section, there will be a pinned comment to that video. It was the very first Diamond Dynasty video I put out this year. It's got like 27,000 views. People are finding it very useful and helpful, so I would recommend going and checking that video out first. Now, you can flip just about anything, but MLB players, they move the most, so that's what you're going to want to focus on here. And what I like to do, now you can do it several different ways, but what I like to do is go to, the marketplace, and I'm going to sort by team, and basically we're looking for, I'll use, who's a good example? Who's a team I use a lot? We'll use the Rangers as an example. In teams, things will change. But the best thing that I can explain, or what I look for, is a nice little price gap here. And I will tell you right now, compared to other game modes, if you can make 100 stubs off of a flip, if you can make 75 stubs off of a flip, in my opinion, it's worth it. That's why I have so many completed auction pages, 691, because I'm not looking for the big fish. Listen, you can flip these higher end cards, and when I say higher end, we're talking like over 1,000 stubs. They just don't sell at a frequent rate. Now, the first week of the game, it was good for that, but the gaps are starting to close a little bit now, and there's not as much potential to flip on the gold and silver cards anymore. So what I'm always looking for are bronze and commons. And when I say a gap, I'm kind of looking for, like, this Matt Bush is a great example. Sells for $195, you can buy him for for $80. So I would go into this order, go to buy sell options, and I'm just going to go crazy. I'm going to put in about 6 to 7 buy options. Sometimes I guess I'm going to use the word overcut. I'm going to put the highest price right, like maybe within 5 stubs. Sometimes I'll even go like 82 here, or I'll put in a bunch of orders at 82, like maybe 4 or 5 orders at 82, a couple at 83, a couple at 84, a couple at 85, just to kind of flood the market with, my orders in here. Now, it's, pretty simple and repetitive. Once you get the hang of it, you'll get familiar with like the keypads and the numbers, and This can get tiresome and boring after a while. I'll tell you kind of my strategy here in a moment, but this is basically what I do. I put in a bunch of buy orders, all right, and then I'll just move on to the next player. So there we got 8 buy orders in. Now, hypothetically, when somebody sells one of these to me and I actually have an extra card that I can sell, so this will work out, we'll then go into sell, and we're just going to very, very slightly undercut somebody. So we're going to go 188. We're going to post it, leave it alone, we're going to move on to the next one, and we're looking for some nice gaps. Normally, the Rangers have been kind of a money team for me, but I'm not seeing many, like other gaps here that we can take advantage of. And sometimes I like to stick to one division just so I can kind of remember where I'm at, right, when I go back to sell the cards. So then let's go to Mariners here. We're looking for some Dylan Moore, 64 sell now, 166 buy now. It's right around 100. Now, of course, we have to factor in tax here. But even at these rates, we'll post a bunch for 66 once people start selling these to me. And luckily, I do have one to sell here. So that's going to go ahead and take advantage of using this card as an example. But, I'll post a bunch for 66 like I did with Matt Bush. Somebody just jumped me and put one for 82. I'm not going to try to beat them on this one. There's such a big gap between my card and their card. Somebody will sell it to them. That's fine. I'm going to live with that. We'll go ahead and put one in for 65. We'll go ahead and put a couple in for 68. Like, I just kind of like to flood the market, per se, with a bunch of different buy orders at very similar amounts, right around the same area with the same card. And then, again, once people sell these to me, I'll have 6 to 7 to 8 of them. I'll go in and sell them. And again, we're just going to slightly undercut. I'll go 163 for this card. Again, you're not making a ton. I probably make, like 60 to 70 to 80 stubs, but you multiply that by 6-7 times for just this one player, and then you do 10 players 70 times. You get the point. It adds up. Now, one thing that you want to know is in the daytime, prices seem to be a little bit lower, and then the evening, like work hours, dinner hours, prices actually start to go up. So one other thing that I love to do here is I'll go in and just buy a boatload of cards throughout the entire day. I'll put in tons of buy orders. Once all those cards are purchased, I'll go put in more buy orders to the point where I have over 100 cards to sell. Then when the evening comes around, we go back in, but I like to go to my inventory just because I can see and tell what cards I have, and I'll go through all of the teams. If I focused on one specific division, I'll go through all of those teams. So like if we did the AL West, I would go through and say, boom, I got 7 of this guy, 2 of this guy, 5 of this guy, 6 of this guy. So I haven't really done it with this team right now, so there's no examples to use. But if we went to the Mariners, where we were just purchasing cards, we'd have a bunch of these guys, whoever we're picking up, we'd have a ton of different cards. Actually, I think I have one team I can use an example of. I think I did go with the Tigers earlier this morning. So, look, we got 7 of this Spencer dude. We got 4 here, 3 here, 7 here. Normally I'd have more, a couple more there, 2. So we basically just go through and sell. And to sell, you just go view market here, straight from this page, buy, sell options, sell. We'll go, these guys are selling for 300 stubs. So this is a really nice price gap right here. Whereas I can sell these for $299. Sometimes we'll go $298. Just to undercut ourselves to kind of flood the market with the same card, intrigue people to buy it. And then, we can go in and buy a couple more here because I like this price gap. 136 on one side, 290 something on the other side. This is a really, really nice price gap. I wouldn't worry about, the minimal amount of stubs that you're making, because trust me when I say this, so many cards are going to be buying and selling to you, especially as the day goes on. Second inning program starts this morning. This game's going to be jumping. There's going to be a lot of people on the game. It's going to be very, very active. It's just a great way to make stubs. And again, I don't worry about the amount that I'm making, because what would you rather take? Like 1,000 stub profit, a 500 stub profit that's going to happen once every 5 to 7 to 10 minutes? Or are you going to take, 50, 60, 70, 80 stub profits that are going to happen multiple times in a 1 minute span? That's what I'm going for. We're just, we're picking our price gaps here. And it's pretty simple. I think it's pretty straightforward. Just jump on that marketplace, sort through every team, find the teams that work best for you. At one point, the Twins were like my money team. They worked great for me. The Cubs are pretty good. I mean, look at this card right here. It's selling for 188. We can buy it for under 50 stubs. So again, we'll just, we'll throw in a bunch of orders here, 44. We'll put in some 45s, some 46s. Hope that they sell to us. Once they do, we can go ahead and list them for the upper 100s. And like I said earlier, buy in the daytime, sell at nighttime. That's what works for me. Also, don't be afraid to look for like common cards that might sell for like, these are pretty good examples. Again, not the greatest profit, but you buy a bunch of these for 35 stubs, sell them for 100 stubs, boom, you're making 50, 60 stubs right off there, even with the 10% tax factored in. Honestly, it's all pretty straightforward. I don't think there's any secret to this. I think a lot of people do this. It's just the cards that you're looking for, in my opinion. I'm looking for the lower end cards, the ones that are just flying out of packs, right? These are super common cards that everybody pulls when they open up packs, and a lot of people are buying and selling them to complete those live series collections. So that's basically what I do. We look for the price gap. We try to make 50, 60, 70 stubs or more, and we sell in large quantities. We buy a bunch during the day, sell at nighttime. And that's pretty much it. Again, if you guys find this helpful, make sure you leave a thumbs up. If you got any questions, leave it down below in the comment section. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.